tendency. And you need deliverance. And yes, I now made that statement 2 times. Whew. Let me go. Let me go to the next one. Listen. Another type of toxic in you is this. You always want to hear about the bad news in others. Never the good. And this kind of correlate with what I just said. Why you always want to hear something bad about somebody? What is wrong with you? Always want to hear something bad. You toxic. You need help. I'm trying to tell you about yourself tonight. Always at the table. They want to hear something juicy. Always thinking bad is something juicy. The juicy mess or the juicy things should be something good. You'd rather go out and spread the bad rather than the good. You got a problem listening to other folks. You know what I'm saying? They're telling you something good and you just, you got jealous spirit. They're telling you something bad, you go spread it. I'm telling you, you have a deadly mentality and you really need to look at yourself. Okay? You walk around here always calling people toxic. Do you know what that means? And I told you what it means. It means poisonous. You always calling other people toxic, but not really realizing that the toxic is in you. The toxic lies within your heart, within your soul. And I said deliverance, I don't know how many times on the past episode. And now I'm saying it again, you need deliverance. Always calling people toxic, but it's you. It's you. Never want to own up to your own faults and insecurities. Do you have some faults? Look at yourself about 10 seconds. Oh, I know it's hard. Look at yourself. Do you have some faults? Do you have some insecurities? Do you? If you say no, nigga, you lying. Chick, you lying. You lying. Cap on that frivolous. You lying. You know you got some faults and some insecurities. And it's time for you to own up to it. Because I'm going to say it again. Deliverance needs to take place in your life. Because you have some venomous traits. You have some harmful traits. Causing harm to yourself. And don't even know it. And tonight I want to cause you to see you. I want to cause you to see you. I want to cause you to see the man in the mirror. Okay? Listen. Another one is always talking negative. Why are you always negative? Why is always negativity coming out your belly, out of your spirit, out of the joints and the marrows of your bones? Why are you so negative? That means you got a dirty ass spirit. Cap on that frivolous. You got a dirty ass spirit. And you need deliverance. Do you hear me? You worried about doing your taxes. You worried about, I need $5,000. But you can't even love your brother. You can't even love your sister in a right way. But you want some tax money so you can buy this and that. You toxic. Leave that W-2 alone and go get some reconciliation with that person that you know you ain't got it right with. And then maybe you can handle your money a little bit better. Because the same toxic ways that you have with your brother, you got the same toxic ways as handling your money. Cap on that Frivolous. Do you hear what I'm saying? So, the toxic in you has to go. And the only way it's going to go is you got to own up to what's on the inside of your spirit. Do you hear me? Cap on that Frivolous. The only way that toxic has to go from you, you got to own up to what's on the inside of you. You always want to hear bad news. You're always thinking negative. You can't even listen to people when they share good stories. Then you making people defend themselves. What? How you gonna make Tamika Hudson defend myself? How you gonna make me defend you when the issue in you? I'm talking crazy stuff. Honey, I'm talking some good ass stuff. Cap on it. 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 Frivolous. I'm talking some good ass stuff. Because I'm trying to bring about the man in the mirror. So the man in the mirror can see himself and start combing that hair, putting that makeup on right, putting that lotion on that face, putting some lip gloss on them chapped lips, and get yourself together. Oh, hey! Because I'm tired of being toxic. Ain't you tired of being toxic? Huh? You always trying to separate yourself from people you think is toxic, but it's you. It's you. You ought to point to yourself and say, it's me. I got some malicious ways and I need to ask God to help me get out of this. Cap on that Frivolous. Because it's toxic in you. I didn't come talking about other people. But this is strictly for you. This is strictly for you. This is strictly for you tonight. To understand that you must begin to get yourself together. That you must begin to get yourself in a place of depending on God. You have to get in a place of learning that you have to show yourself friendly. You got to get in a place where your spirit is beginning to mature and bad things are beginning to wear off, and you are able to sit in front of somebody and share with them and keep what they're saying. Toxic people go tell everything what somebody else said. Did you hear what I just said? I said toxic people will go and tell your business to everybody else. Now, if you're going around telling folks business, you toxic. Yeah. I say that one more time. If you're going around telling everybody what you just heard over there at that table, shout it, you toxic. I'm sorry to tell you. No, I'm glad to tell you. You are toxic. You bringing insidious harm to your own self. You think you hurting that girl. You thinking you hurting that dude because you telling his business? Honey, you just showing the type of person you really are. And I'm saying tonight, I hope those people who keep listening to your mess will begin to turn their heads. So you can learn that you toxic and you got some deadly poison that needs to be cleaned out. You need something. You need something that Like when a snake bites somebody, they have to bring in something so that person can't die. You need that. You need that intervention. You hear what I'm saying? Because I'm talking about the toxic in you. The toxic in you must die. The toxic in you must die in order for you to grow. Okay? And I'm not talking about suicide. If you're dealing with suicide, I've been talking about this in my other podcasts. If you're dealing with suicide, go get some help and don't be afraid. Cap on that Frivolous. You can even inbox me. But listen, toxic traits, in order for us to mature, we got to set aside toxicity. I think I just spoke in tongues. Toxicity has to go. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay? Let me tell you something. An emotional drained person, when you are toxic, you will emotionally drain a person because they can't take all what you're giving. You need to realize that I'm telling you, you are bringing insidious harm on yourself. You are draining people. Because you're always this, you're always that, you this, and always trying to cover up yourself when you're talking about other people, not realizing the toxic traits are in you. So please tonight, today, this morning at 3 a.m., you just got out the bed with your boo. Okay, turn on Tamika, Hudson, cap on that Frivolous. And let me see what she got to say. Listen, it's time to look in the mirror and know what's on the inside of you. Okay? Because the only way to get to your next level, the toxic in you is got to die. Okay? Because this is our year. 2020 is a year that we produce results. And if we want to get somewhere in our life, we got to know how to be around people in a mature manner. We can't be around people being toxic and draining them emotionally. They don't never want to be around us. And every time they see us, they be like, oh, here she come, here he come. Because you always got something negative to say. You always want to talk about folks. You always want to do this, and this is so emotionally draining. So, the toxic in you has to go. Okay. I said the toxic in you has to cease. The deadly just put it in certain people. You got to clean that up. You need to go apologize. You need to change your countenance and get it right. Up on that Frivolous. You need to get it right. You need to get it right. You need to get on your mark, get set, and grow the hell up in your maturity of knowing what toxic is. Understanding and own up to yourself that you know you ain't right. Because this is a year that we're going to produce some great things. And the only way that we're going to do that, we got to stop being toxic in our own self. Okay? I love y'all so much. Please, 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 please know that toxic is not good in this season, okay? Toxic is not the way to go in this year. We got to grow up and become more mature so we can learn how to act around people. Not act up, not act the hell up, but we got to learn how to act mature.